You take a short walk, but instead of feeling refreshed, your legs feel heavy and your energy is gone. That is not just age catching up. It is your muscles asking for the right fuel. If we ignore these signals, weakness and cramps slowly steal away our independence. Today I want to share a green smoothie that does more than taste good. With cucumber to rehydrate, kiwi to protect, and soy milk to rebuild. This simple drink can give tired muscles the boost they need after 60. If that sounds useful, make sure to like this video, share it with a friend who also wants stronger muscles, and subscribe so you never miss future tips. And tell me in the comments, when was the last time your legs felt more tired than they should? When we think about food that supports our muscles, cucumber is probably not the first thing that comes to mind. It seems too plain, too ordinary, something we add on the side of a sandwich or toss into a salad without much thought. Yet for those of us past 60, cucumber is one of the quiet powerhouses that can make a real difference for tired muscles. Muscles are made of nearly 70% water, and when that balance shifts, even a little, the effects show up quickly. Have you ever noticed how a muscle cramp can strike in the middle of the night after a day spent outside in warm weather, or how climbing a set of stairs feels harder when you have not been drinking enough fluids? That is the voice of dehydration speaking through your muscles. Cucumber steps in beautifully here, because it is not just water. It is structured. Water locked inside the fibers of the vegetable. That means when you eat cucumber, the hydration lingers in your tissues longer than a quick glass of water might. On top of that, cucumber brings in minerals like potassium and magnesium, which are the very tools our nerves use to send signals to the muscles. Without them, the messages get scrambled. A nerve may tell a muscle to contract, but then struggle to tell it to release. And that is when you end up with the painful seizing we call a cramp. One fascinating piece of research has shown that older adults who increased their intake of water-rich foods, rather than only drinking plain water, reported fewer incidents of muscle fatigue. Scientists explained that foods such as cucumber help maintain what they call cellular hydration, which is the body's way of making sure water actually gets into the muscle fibers where it is needed most. This is far more effective than simply drinking large amounts of water, which often passes through without fully supporting the tissues. Picture this in everyday life. It is a warm afternoon, and you have been outside tending to your garden or just enjoying a walk. By the time you sit down, your legs feel heavier than they should, and you know you are more tired than the effort really called for. Now imagine instead that earlier in the day, you had blended cucumber into a refreshing smoothie. That fluid, locked with minerals, is already in your system, keeping your muscles supple and ready. The difference may be subtle at first, but over weeks and months, it adds up to steadier energy and fewer interruptions from cramps or stiffness. This is why I recommend making cucumber a regular part of your diet. You can slice it into your meals, enjoy it raw with a light dressing, or as we are talking about today, use it as the base of a green smoothie. It is gentle on the stomach, so you can have it even in the evening without worry. And when paired with the other ingredients we will cover in a moment, it becomes part of a formula that not only hydrates, but actively supports muscle recovery and strength. So the next time you feel your muscles heavy after a short walk, or you wake up with an uncomfortable cramp, remember that part of the answer may be as simple as giving your body the water and minerals it is asking for through foods like cucumber. It is not flashy, but it is effective. And over time, these small choices can be the reason we keep walking with ease, keep climbing stairs without hesitation, and keep enjoying our independence. Now let us move on to the second ingredient in our green smoothie, kiwi. At first glance, kiwi looks like a small fuzzy fruit you might buy just to add variety to a fruit salad. But if we take a closer look, kiwi is loaded with nutrients that are exactly what aging muscles need to stay strong and resilient. The biggest gift kiwi brings is vitamin C. Many people think of vitamin C only as something to take when they catch a cold, but its real power goes much deeper. Vitamin C is essential for producing collagen, which is the protein framework that holds our muscles, tendons, and ligaments together. Without enough collagen, muscles lose their elasticity and become more prone to tiny tears or slow recovery after activity. For seniors, this process can accelerate if vitamin C intake is low, leading to soreness, stiffness, and a general decline in strength. Kiwi is one of the richest natural sources of vitamin C, far more concentrated than oranges. Just one medium kiwi can provide the entire daily requirement for most adults. And when we are over 60, that extra boost makes a clear difference. Collagen helps repair micro tears in the muscles, while antioxidants in kiwi protect those muscle fibers from oxidative stress, which is a fancy way of describing the gradual damage caused by unstable molecules in the body. This oxidative stress increases as we age, especially if we are dealing with high blood pressure, diabetes, or other common conditions in later life. There is science to back this up. A study published in the journal Nutrients in 2020 highlighted how diets high in vitamin C improved muscle recovery and reduced markers of oxidative stress in older adults. The researchers explained that antioxidants like those in kiwi are not only protective for muscles, but also support better blood vessel function, which means improved circulation. And better circulation translates directly into more oxygen and nutrients being delivered to the muscles when they need it most. Let's bring this down to something familiar. You're out for a light morning walk in the neighborhood, and halfway through, your legs begin to feel heavy. The muscles are demanding oxygen and energy, but if your circulation is not efficient, they run short and you slow down. Now, picture adding kiwi to your diet regularly. The antioxidants and vitamin C work together to strengthen blood vessels, repair tissues, and fight off the tiny bits of damage that would otherwise add up over time. The result is not an instant surge of energy like a caffeine drink, but a steady resilience, where muscles recover more quickly and stay strong longer. Kiwi also brings another benefit that many people overlook. It is rich in potassium. Potassium is one of the key electrolytes that helps regulate muscle contractions, just like we mentioned earlier with cucumber. This mineral balances sodium in the body and helps keep blood pressure stable. For seniors, where high blood pressure and heart strain are real concerns, kiwi serves a dual purpose, protecting the heart while also keeping muscles supplied with the minerals they need to contract smoothly. So what can you do with kiwi? The simplest way is to slice it and eat it fresh. But in this smoothie, it blends beautifully with cucumber. The sweetness of the fruit balances the refreshing taste of cucumber, making the drink not only healthy, but enjoyable. My advice is to use 1 or 2 ripe kiwis in the mix. It is easy on the stomach, provides a full day's worth of vitamin C, and gives you antioxidants that keep working silently in the background, protecting your muscles and your circulation. Here is a question for you to think about. When was the last time you paid attention to how much vitamin C you were getting each day? Many seniors I have spoken with assume they get enough, but once they look closely, they realize their intake is often below the recommended level. Adding kiwi is one of the simplest, most natural ways to bridge that gap without needing supplements or pills. The final ingredient in this green smoothie may surprise you. It is not another fruit or vegetable. Many people think of soy milk as just an alternative for those who do not drink regular dairy. But the truth is, soy milk offers specific benefits that aging muscles can truly depend on. One of the most important things soy milk provides is plant-based protein. After 60, our bodies naturally lose muscle mass in a process called sarcopenia. It is a slow but steady decline that makes movements feel weaker and recovery take longer. Protein is the raw material that muscles need to rebuild and repair. And when we do not get enough of it, the loss becomes faster. For seniors, this is a critical point. Without enough protein, exercise feels harder, balance becomes less steady, and even everyday tasks can turn into challenges. Soy protein is unique because it contains all the essential amino acids, those building blocks our muscles cannot produce on their own. These amino acids are what repair muscle fibers after activity, and they also help maintain the strength we rely on for simple daily movements. When you add soy milk into your diet, you are giving your body a steady, plant-based source of these building blocks, without the heaviness that sometimes comes with animal-based proteins. But soy milk does more than supply protein. It is also rich in compounds called isoflavones. These are plant-based molecules that act in the body a bit like mild estrogen. Why does that matter for seniors? Because as we age, especially after 60, hormonal balance changes, and those changes often accelerate muscle loss and bone weakness. Isoflavones provide gentle support, helping to maintain better muscle tone and bone density without medication. For women after menopause and for men as testosterone levels slowly decline, this balance makes a meaningful difference. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults who consumed soy protein regularly preserved more lean muscle compared to those who did not. The researchers highlighted that soy protein, combined with light physical activity, produced a stronger protective effect than activity alone. In simple words, soy milk gives your muscles the raw material to hold on to strength as the years go by. Picture yourself making breakfast. You have your toast or your oatmeal, and instead of reaching for plain milk, you pour a glass of soy milk. That one choice adds protein and isoflavones that quietly go to work throughout the day. Later, when you are walking in the park or bending down to pick up something at home, your muscles have just a little more resilience. Over time, those small bits of support add up to less fatigue, fewer aches, and a greater sense of stability in daily life. Up to this point, we have looked at cucumber, kiwi, and soy milk one by one. Each of them on its own already brings strong benefits for our muscles. But the real magic happens when we put them together in one glass. The combination is what makes this green smoothie such a powerful ally for seniors. When we look at it closely, we see that muscles do not thrive on just one type of support. They need hydration to prevent fatigue, antioxidants to protect against damage, and protein to rebuild. If you give the body only one of these, you cover part of the need, but the other areas remain vulnerable. By bringing cucumber, kiwi, and soy milk into the same drink, we cover all three fronts at once. Think of cucumber as the foundation. It lays down the hydration and minerals that allow muscles to fire correctly. Without hydration, no amount of protein will build strength because dry muscle fibers simply cannot function well. Kiwi adds the shield. Its vitamin C and antioxidants guard against the wear and tear that naturally builds up, especially after exercise or daily activities. If hydration keeps muscles flexible, antioxidants keep them from breaking down under stress, then soy milk steps in with the building blocks. Once hydration and protection are in place, the protein from soy milk gets to work repairing, rebuilding, and maintaining muscle tissue. It is like giving your muscles the bricks, the mortar, and the scaffolding all at once. Science has pointed out that muscle health is best maintained not by focusing on one single nutrient, but by creating what experts call a nutrient synergy. This simply means that nutrients work better together than in isolation. A 2021 review in the Journal of Aging Research explained that diets rich in combined hydration, antioxidants, and protein sources led to better muscle retention and faster recovery than diets that focused only on protein or only on antioxidants. In other words, it is the mix that matters. Imagine trying to keep your house strong over the years. You cannot just fix the roof and ignore the walls, or paint the walls while ignoring the foundation. If one part is weak, the whole house suffers. Our muscles are the same. Hydration without protein is like painting without structure. Protein without antioxidants is like building with bricks that crumble in the rain. But when you have all three together, the structure holds, the protection lasts, and the foundation stays solid. And that is exactly what happens when cucumber, kiwi, and soy milk meet in one glass. The cucumber hydrates, the kiwi defends, and the soy milk rebuilds. Together, they create a cycle where muscles stay supplied, protected, and strong. For seniors, That means less nighttime cramping, more energy during the day, and steadier balance when walking or climbing stairs. We have seen how cucumber hydrates, kiwi protects, and soy milk rebuilds. The question now is, how do we bring all of this into our daily lives in a way that feels natural, enjoyable, and sustainable after all? Knowing what is good for us is only the first step. The real change comes from turning that knowledge into a habit we can keep. Let us start with preparation. Making this smoothie is simple, but there are a few details that can make it work even better for seniors. Begin with half a cucumber, preferably chilled, and cut into slices. Peel 1 or 2 ripe kiwis, depending on how sweet you like your drink. Then pour in a cup of unsweetened soy milk. Blend until smooth, and you will have a light green drink that is refreshing, slightly sweet, and easy on the stomach. Now, when should you drink it? This is a question I hear often. Many people assume smoothies belong only at breakfast, but for older adults, timing matters. Drinking this smoothie in the morning can set up your muscles with hydration, antioxidants, and protein for the day ahead. It is especially helpful if you plan to go for a walk, do some gardening, or even just run errands. Having it in the morning ensures your muscles are prepared for activity. But there is also value in the evening. Muscles recover during sleep, and that is when they rebuild most actively. If you take this smoothie a couple of hours before bedtime, you give your body the hydration and nutrients it needs for the repair process overnight. Soy protein, in particular, digests steadily, releasing amino acids into the bloodstream while you sleep. That means your muscles are not going hungry during the night. One important note is to keep the portion moderate. A single glass is enough. Drinking too much liquid close to bedtime might disturb your sleep with extra trips to the bathroom. The idea is to support recovery, not interrupt it. What about variations? Some people prefer a bit more flavor, and that is perfectly fine. A small squeeze of lemon can brighten the taste and add even more vitamin C. A few fresh mint leaves can make it feel extra refreshing in the summer. If you need a slightly sweeter taste, half a banana can blend in well, though keep the portion small to avoid unnecessary sugar spikes at night. The base, however, should remain cucumber, kiwi, and soy milk, because that is where the core muscle benefits lie. I often ask seniors to reflect on this. What routines do you already have in your day that keep you grounded? Maybe it is your morning cup of tea, or your evening walk. This smoothie can fit into those routines without much effort. Add it to breakfast if you already enjoy sitting at the table in the morning, or make it a light evening snack if you prefer something soothing before bed. The key is not perfection, but consistency. Let's try it for 1 week together. Pick a time that feels easiest for you, morning or evening, and commit to having this green smoothie every day. Then notice how your body responds. Do your legs feel less heavy on your walks? Do you recover more quickly after light exercise or chores? Do you sleep through the night without cramps waking you up? Those small improvements are signs that your muscles are being cared for from the inside out. Of course, if you have a medical condition or are on treatment, talk with your doctor before making big changes. This smoothie is meant to support, not replace, the care you already receive. And I want to hear from you. If you do try it, come back and share in the comments what you noticed. Sometimes the changes are subtle at first, but when we put our stories together, it becomes clear that simple steps like this can make a real difference. We've walked through cucumber, kiwi, soy milk, and how they come together. Now it's time to bring everything into focus before we close. Cucumber reminds us that hydration and minerals keep muscles flexible and free from painful cramps. Kiwi shows that vitamin C and antioxidants repair and protect, helping circulation stay strong. Soy milk gives us the protein and balance our body's need to slow muscle loss after 60. And when all three meet in one glass, they work as a team, hydrating, protecting, and rebuilding at the same time. Turning this smoothie into a daily habit is a small step, but it creates steady support that your muscles can depend on. So here's my invitation. Try it for yourself. Notice how your body responds, and then come back to share your experience in the comments. Do you feel lighter on your walks? Are the cramps less frequent at night? Your story may inspire someone else to begin. And don't forget to hit that like button. Share this video with a friend who needs stronger muscles. And subscribe right now so you never miss the practical tips we share each week. The more of us join together, the stronger we all become.